This video is about Python string types. There are three main types of strings in Python. There's the str, str, often read string, which is just a sequence of immutable characters. There's bytes, which is also an immutable sequence of characters, but these are octet characters. They're not Unicode. And byte array is a mutable sequence of octets. All right, Python string literals. Here we have some examples. As you may see, you can use single quotes and double quotes pretty much interchangeably. But if you start with one kind of quote, you want to end with the same kind. This can be nice if you want to embed a quote into a string. As long as you aren't embedding both types, you can just use the other type to surround the string. And when you do have to escape something, you use a backslash to escape it, a lot like C. And the last example is showing that we can put Unicode into Python strings. Python files are frequently UTF-8, so you can just type those characters right into the source code. Some common string operators. You can use the plus operator to concatenate strings. You can multiply by an integer to repeat a string n times, in this case 3 times. And slicing, you can slice strings. Slicing a string is not a tiny topic. It actually applies to other types as well. It's not just strings. But S1 of 2 gives you just the 0, 1, 2 character. S1 of 2 colon gives you the tooth through last character of the string. S1 of 2 colon 10 gives you the 0, 1, 2 through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but not 10. So it's not inclusive on the far side, on the right side. And you can also specify an interval to skip. So if you say S1 of 2 colon 10 colon 3, you get back all the characters in the string from 2 through 10, taking only every third character. And of course, len S1 is just the length of the string. Some example uses of strings. This doesn't really introduce anything new. It just might help a little bit to see some concrete examples. More on string slicing. The leftmost character is character number 0, as I alluded to previously, and that last example is kind of cute. It prints 2, 3, 4 because we have characters named the same as their positions within the string. Slicing with negative values. You can also slice with a negative value which says start from the end of the string. So string of 3 colon minus 2 says give the 0, 1, 2, 3 character through the second, well, not second to last, the third from last character when it's minus 2. And binary data is quite viable in Python. Bytes is an immutable string of octets. Bytes literals look like B quote, ABC quote. A byte array is a mutable string of octets. And the struct module facilitates packing together binary data. So you can do things like give me a big endian 4-byte integer, and it'll pack that into a bytes type. It's not uncommon to convert data from UTF-8 to octets and back, especially when you're writing to disk. You can encode as UTF-8 to get back a binary string, a byte string, and you can decode back that same string to get UTF-8 again. A byte array example, we're just going to create a byte array and then append a 4th character to it. Notice that we're using 100 here instead of quote D quote. With bytes and byte arrays, the individual elements of the string, of the byte or byte array, is actually a bunch of numbers from 0 to 255. It is not a sequence of what we usually think of as being characters today, especially to Python 3 and Java developers.